Have you ever smiled in public but cried in secret? Carried a weight so heavy it felt like it was crushing your soul? What if I told you, God is not asking you to be strong enough. He's asking you to let go. Because what's crushing you right now, He's ready to carry. There are moments in life when we feel invisible, like the pain we carry is too deep for words and too hidden for anyone to notice. We walk through our days putting on a brave face, smiling when we're breaking, laughing when we're crumbling inside. But even when no one else sees it, God does. He sees the weight on your shoulders, the silent struggles that no one claps for, the battles you fight behind closed doors. He's not distant from your pain. He's deeply aware of it. Every tear you've cried in secret, every overwhelming thought that's kept you up at night, every moment you felt like giving up, He has seen it all. And not only does He see it, He cares about it. You were never alone in this. Sometimes we get so used to hiding our pain that we convince ourselves even God must be too far to notice. But He's closer than you think. The Bible says He is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. That means your brokenness doesn't scare Him, it draws Him near. God knows exactly how much it hurts, and He doesn't just watch from a distance. He leans in. He listens. He feels with you. He's been there in the quiet moments when you didn't even have the words to pray. Just a sigh, a tear, or a whisper of a God, please. He's not ignoring your pain. He's not waiting for you to get stronger. He's simply waiting for you to stop trying to carry it alone. What you think no one understands, He already knows. What you think is too much for anyone to handle, He's more than able to carry. Right now, God is reaching out, gently reminding you that you don't have to keep pretending you're fine. He's saying, I see it. I see you. Let me help you. Let me carry what's been crushing you. You were never meant to carry it all alone. Somewhere along the way, life convinced you that strength meant silence. That being strong meant pushing through, pretending you're okay and never asking for help. But that was never God's design for you. You weren't created to shoulder every burden, every disappointment, every heartbreak without support. From the beginning, God made us to walk with Him, to lean on Him, to depend on Him, not just in the easy moments, but especially in the ones that feel too heavy. There's a quiet invitation in the chaos of life that often goes unnoticed. Come to me. That's what God says. Not to figure it out. Not to be strong enough. Not to handle it better. Just come to me. He knows you're tired. He knows the load has been piling up, responsibilities, expectations, fears, regrets. And He's not asking you to keep carrying all that on your own. God is not disappointed in your exhaustion. He understands it. He created you with limits, not so you'd fail, but so you'd know where to find rest. When we try to hold it all together by ourselves, we end up worn out, anxious, and disconnected. But God steps in and says, let me carry it with you. Let me take the weight that was never yours to bear alone. He's not expecting perfection. He's asking for surrender. He's not waiting for you to fix it. He's offering peace while you walk through it. There's freedom in admitting, I can't do this by myself anymore. Because in that moment, you're opening the door for God to step in, not just as a comforter, but as your strength. What's been breaking you down doesn't have to define you. What's been too heavy doesn't have to stay on your back. You were never meant to carry what's been crushing you, and you don't have to anymore. God doesn't just see your burden. He offers something greater, an exchange. He's not standing off in the distance simply feeling sorry for you. He's inviting you into a divine trade, your heaviness for His peace, your worry for His rest, your weakness for His strength. That's who He is. He's the God who carries, who restores, who gently lifts what you can no longer hold. He doesn't force His way into your pain. He waits for you to bring it to Him. But when you do, something powerful happens. He replaces what was breaking you with something that can heal you. Think about that. The very weight that's been wearing you down, the constant pressure, the anxiety, the feeling that you're not enough, it's not meant to stay. You weren't created to live in a state of survival. You were created to live with peace, not panic. And that peace isn't something you have to earn. It's a gift. Jesus said, my peace I give you, not as the world gives. That means His peace isn't temporary or dependent on your situation. It's deeper. It stays even when things don't make sense. So many of us try to hold it together by pushing through, by overthinking, by staying busy. But peace doesn't come from doing more. It comes from giving more to God. Giving Him your fears, your confusion, your questions, even your anger. He can handle it all. He's not intimidated by what overwhelms you. In fact, He's the only one truly strong enough to hold it all and still hold you. God isn't asking you to pretend it's not heavy. He's asking you to let Him carry it. The pressure to be everything, to fix everything, to never fall apart, that's not your responsibility, that's His. Let Him step in. Let Him be your rest in the middle of the storm. Because when you give God what's crushing you, He gives you what your soul has been aching for all along, peace that stays even when life doesn't. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. That's one of the biggest lies we believe, that if we surrender the burden, we're somehow failing. But the truth is, surrender is not weakness, it's wisdom. It takes strength to admit, I can't carry this anymore. It takes faith to place what's crushing you into the hands of the one who can actually carry it, and God never called you to prove your worth through exhaustion. He called you to trust Him through surrender. There's a difference between quitting and releasing. Quitting says, I'm done and I have no hope. But releasing says, God, I can't. But I believe you still can. You weren't created to live under the constant pressure of holding everything together. That pressure doesn't make you stronger. It makes you numb, worn down, disconnected from the peace God promised. And if we're honest, we often hold on to things longer than we should. Pain, guilt, fear, because we think letting go means losing control. But here's the truth. You were never in control to begin with. And that's not something to fear. It's something to rest in. God doesn't need your perfection. He's not waiting for you to clean everything up before you come to Him. He's waiting for your surrender. And when you let go, when you finally say, God, can't do this without you, that's where real strength begins. That's where healing begins. That's where peace enters in, not because everything suddenly changes, but because you do. Your heart stops running, your soul takes a breath, and you realize you're no longer carrying this by yourself. Letting go means putting what's been crushing you into God's hands and trusting that His hands are stronger than yours. It means choosing peace over pressure, surrender over stress, and faith over fear. And in that moment, you're not giving up, you're rising up. You're choosing to walk in the freedom God always intended for you. What's crushing you right now is not the end of your story. It may feel like it. It may feel like the pressure, the pain, or the situation you're facing is going to break you completely. But God sees beyond this moment. He sees beyond the struggle, beyond the confusion, beyond the heaviness that's been sitting on your chest. And what feels like the end to you might actually be the beginning of something new that He's building within you. God doesn't waste pain. He doesn't allow the crushing seasons to destroy you. They are often the very places where He refines you, shapes you, and prepares you for the purpose ahead. Just like a seed has to be buried before it can grow, sometimes your growth happens in the darkest, most silent parts of your journey. What looks like defeat may be divine development. That pressure might be shaping your character. That weight might be building your strength. That delay might be protection. And through it all, God is working even when you don't see it yet. The crushing is not a sign that God has left you. It's a sign that He's close, doing something deep. And even if you don't understand it now, you will one day look back and realize that what you thought was the breaking point was actually the turning point. The season that felt like too much was the place God met you most intimately. The burden that brought you to your knees was the same one that taught you how to depend on His strength instead of your own. God is not finished with your story. This chapter may be heavy, but it's not the last one. He's still writing, still moving, still leading you, even through the pressure. And what's crushing you now will not define you forever. It will pass. But who you become in the process will remain. Let that give you hope even in the hard moments. Right now, in the middle of everything you're carrying, God is whispering to your heart, let me carry it. Not because you're weak, not because you failed, but because He loves you that much. He's not distant or waiting for you to finally break. He's near, already reaching, already ready to lift the weight that's been pressing down on your soul. He's not asking you to hold it together. He's asking you to hand it over. That voice you keep hearing in the quiet moments. The one that tells you it's okay to rest. Okay to let go. Okay to stop pretending you're fine. That's Him. That's your father reminding you that you don't have to prove anything. Oh, but he already knows the load you're under. He already knows how tired you are of pretending, of fighting, of holding back tears when no one's looking. And still he says, come to me. Give me the heaviness. Give me the pain. I can take it. God is not intimidated by your mess. He's not ashamed of your exhaustion. He doesn't need you to pray the perfect prayer or have it all figured out before you come to him. All he wants is your heart, your honest, burdened, weary heart. Because when you give him that, you give him room to move, to heal, to restore. Let him carry it. The grief, the disappointment, the fear, the pressure to be enough. He's strong enough for all of it. And he's patient enough to walk with you through every step. You were never meant to do this without him. So don't. Let this be the moment you stop trying to survive it on your own and start trusting the one who's been holding you together all along. So, if you've been silently struggling, worn out from the weight you've been carrying, hear this clearly. God sees you. He knows exactly what's been crushing your spirit, and he's not asking you to keep pushing through alone. He's asking you to release it, to stop pretending you're fine when your heart is breaking, to stop holding it all in when he's ready to hold it for you. You were never meant to carry what's been suffocating your joy and draining your peace. Letting go doesn't mean you've lost. It means you finally realize where your true strength comes from. It means you're choosing to trust a God who never grows tired, never gives up, and never walks away. What you're walking through isn't the end of your story. It's the chapter where God steps in and begins to carry what you can't. So don't keep it bottled up. Don't keep pretending you're okay. Right here, right now, God is saying, let me carry what's crushing you. And when you do, you'll find that what felt like the end was just the beginning of healing, peace, and strength you never thought possible.